A nice simple meal and easy is what I call oven bag chicken. Basically, we're using an oven bag. Any cheap oven bag will do, sort of like a disposable casserole dish. We're going to do it for a family of 4 or feeding 4. We've got 1.5 kilos of chicken, because I always like a little bit extra to leftovers take to work. We've got a tablespoon of flour, about 50 grams of olives, 3 garlic cloves, some Worcestershire sauce. I've got about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons. Soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of that. Some thyme, 1/4 of a capsicum, about 5 mushrooms or about 150 grams, 3 tomatoes, some salt and pepper. So why it's so simple is all I need to do is chop it up, put it in the bag, throw it in the oven, and there's our dinner cooked for the night. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the flour into the bag. Give it a bit of a shake around just to coat the bag. And that'll just... Now I'm going to layer the chicken into the bag so that it's just all one level layer. Just so that it's all one even layer. Going to put in the garlic. I've got 3 cloves here only because they're a little bit small. Just peel the garlic. Finely chop. And into the bag. So I'm going to quarter the tomatoes, slice them in the middle again, 3 chops. You could use cherry tomatoes. I just have chosen normal tomatoes only because of the cost. If you're trying to provide a cheap meal, then always looking for the cheaper alternative. Now the mushrooms, take the end off, slice them up. And into the bag. Now for the olives, I just want to roughly chop them up. Remembering that I always want my fingers so that the tips of my fingers are tucked in, not pointed out. No one wants to lose the tip of a finger. Now my capsicum, you'll notice there's the hard skin and then there's the softer inside. I prefer, it's easier to cut down on the softer side cut them up into chunks. Now the Worcestershire sauce and the soy sauce. Normally what I do is just splash it in out of the bottle, but I've just measured it out just so you get an idea on how much quantity we're using. Some dried thyme, a couple of good pinches. A couple of good pinches of salt. And a couple of good pinches of pepper. Now your oven bag will come with a tie, whether it be a plastic tie which you zip off the end, or a wire tie. All I'm going to do is just tie the end. Nice and tight. Now, just a couple of pokes with the knife, just to let a bit of the air out so it doesn't blow up, not that it will. And we're ready to go. So there we have it, oven bag chicken, nice and simple. So now what I'm going to do is place it in the oven, about 180 degrees, and bake it for about 30 minutes. Okay, the perfect rice. Well, it's not rocket science, but close enough to it. Basically, long grain rice takes 12 minutes to cook. So boil the water, put the rice in, 12 minutes, beautiful. If you undercook the rice, it'll be like hard. If you overcook it, that's when you get that claggy, stuck together rice. Rice is one of those dishes that people tend to serve up as a side dish, but if you've got the perfect rice, then it can turn a side dish into the main meal. To work out your quantities, I use about 1/4 cup of rice per person. So I want to feed 4 people tonight, so I'm going to put in a cup of rice. I've got about 3 cups of water boiling, and I'm just going to add the cup of rice. Give it a quick stir just to keep it off the bottom. Set my timer, 12 minutes, it'll be done. Well, the rice is done, so now I've just drained it, and I'm going to put it into a long casserole dish. Spread it over the bottom. Now here we have our lovely chicken bag. Just going to cut open the bag. Oh, smells delicious. Now I'm just going to pull out the chicken drumsticks and place them into the tray. Now for the lovely juice. Pour all that in over the top. Spread that over. And now we have our lovely oven bag rice dish. On the table, spoon, I'm sure there won't be much left at the end.